Good morning. Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Yes, sir, audible.
Audible. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Just a minute. I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, just confirm me. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
My voice is audible.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. So last class we have already discussed about a CAPM model, isn't it? Capital Asset Pricing Model. Is there any query from your side? No? Chalo, let us start. So today we are going to discuss about two concepts which is relating to this optimal portfolio selection on the basis of modern portfolio theory. First, we'll discuss about capital market line, CML, and second one is security market line, SML. Clear? So first let us discuss what is capital market line. Capital market line or otherwise known as CML. What is it? Try to understand. It shows the relationship between first expected return, second total risk. ER stands for expected return and TR stands for total risk. Clear? Total risk. So this total risk for efficient portfolio. For efficient portfolio. Clear? What is it? It shows the relationship between expected return of the portfolio and total risk. Please remember here total risk means standard deviation. It is otherwise also known as market risk, isn't it? Market risk. Clear? Did you understand? So it represents the best possible risk return combinations available in the market. Optimal portfolio or efficient portfolio means what? It represents the best possible risk and return. Efficient portfolio is determined by considering expected rate of return and total risk. Total risk denotes to standard deviation of the assets. So efficient portfolio represents the best possible risk return combinations available in the market. Available in the market. Clear? And in order to determine the expected return, in order to determine the expected return of the portfolio, expected return of the portfolio as per a capital market line, what we are doing, we are also considering the CAPM, but in different way. Okay, RA minus RF divided by standard deviation of the market, which represents the market risk, multiplied with standard deviation of the portfolio. Standard deviation of the portfolio. That means it is portfolio. This represents portfolio risk. Clear? And this represents market risk. You know RF. Last class we have already discussed. RF means risk-free rate of return. RM is the market rate of return. RM minus RF is known as premium. Yes or no?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you there? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if we go for graphical representation of this capital market line, how it represents? Look here. This is x-axis. In x-axis, we will consider market risk means standard deviation. Is it clear? In y-axis, we are taking expected return of the portfolio. Did you understand? So here, what happens actually, one efficient portfolio curve will appear. Okay. Efficient portfolio means this consists of various securities. This consists of various securities. In market, so many assets are available. Yes or no? I'm just stock coachandi, debenture coachandi, by other assets, investment instruments coachandi. So many investment instruments are available. Clear? So by considering all the performance of expected rate of return and standard deviation, this line is known as efficient portfolio. Efficient frontier. Not portfolio. This is known as efficient frontier. Are you getting my point? That means the stocks which are on this curve, they are performing well. Above the curve, the stocks are riskier, they can give more return, but below the curve, the stocks are having low risk with low return. But this portfolio, that means optimal portfolio or efficient portfolio, lies on efficient frontier. That means it is tangent to the efficient frontier. So this is our optimal, or we can say efficient portfolio. Efficient portfolio. Clear? Yes or no? What happened? Efficient portfolio. Did you understand?
Sir, could you
Above
please
this line
explain
are
it
more
again, sir?
riskier, below this line are less riskier. Less riskier means they will give you less amount of return with less risk, but above the line, the risk is more, return may be more. Any query?
Sir, could you please explain it one more time?
Look here. Graphically, we are representing CML. CML means capital market line. Clear? So we are representing CML. So when we are representing CML, we are taking x-axis and y-axis. In x-axis, we are taking standard deviation. Standard deviation means market risk. In y-axis, we are taking the expected return on the portfolio. Okay, so in by taking the standard deviation and expected rate of the portfolio, we that means in market efficient frontier line is there. Efficient frontier line means there are any query. Somebody is speaking, I think. Or somebody
Noise,
is
sir.
asking.
Please continue. Noise.
Okay. So this line represent efficient frontier line. Efficient frontier line means on the basis of the market securities or assets available in the market, those who are performing well, they can construct this curve. Okay, this curve is known as efficient frontier. So where our optimal portfolio or efficient portfolio can lie? Efficient portfolio can lie just tangent to this efficient frontier. So this tangent, this line is known as CML. This line is known as CML, capital market line. Above the capital market line, stocks are riskier and their return may be more. But below the capital market line, the stocks are having less risk and they may also give you less amount of return. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us take what are the key features of this capital market line. Key features. Clear? First one, it applies to efficient portfolio only. This CML is applies only to efficient portfolio. Clear? Second one, it use the total risk. What it use? It use the total risk. बुझे ना नहीं तो ये जो आमे कहउछंती कैपिटल मार्केट लाइन इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द कैपिटल मार्केट थ्योरी और पोर्टफोलियो थ्योरी व्हिच इज डेवलप्ड बाय मार्कोइज जेतेले पोर्टफोलियो थ्योरी बा पोर्टफोलियो मॉडल डेवलप करले कोन कंसीडर करथिले आबे डिस्कस जेतेले करथिले ना इट कंसीडर द टोटल रिस्क yes or no this total risk is denoted in the form of standard deviation clear is it clear yes or no then
Yes, sir.
third,
Yes, sir.
third, another key feature is there. All investors choose some combination of risk-free asset. Okay. Jete investor rohuchandi jete optimal portfolio determine kuruchandi on the basis of capital market line. They have to consider some risk-free asset plus market portfolio. Market portfolio means it consists of other assets also. Okay, market asset on the basis of their efficient performance. Efficient performance means by taking relatively less amount of risk, which asset is giving us more amount of return. More amount of return. Clear? Did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is all about capital market line. ठीक है? Next, second component we are going to discuss that is
Excuse me, sir.
SML.
But how do we get the capital efficient frontier line? How is
Efficient
it
frontier line.
obtained?
Listen, this is purely based on the economic theory. Actually, all the assets which are already available on the basis of the market, the asset which are perform better, they can make a curve. Okay. So from that group of assets, you need to choose. Clear? In order to draw the efficient portfolio. ବୁଝିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ନା ନାହିଁ efficient frontier ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି market ରେ so many securities are there nowadays you can able to get the information also who are the assets which are performing very well are coming under the efficient frontier clear ତ ସେଇ asset ଗୁଡିକୁ ନେଇକି ଆମେ କଣ that means automatically it will construct one efficient frontier. It a straight line habo nahi. Kahinki straight line habo nahi? Because it consists of some risk free assets and some market portfolio ame kହୁchandi. Risk free assets जोटा risk free asset thibo tar return कम thibo, risk कम thibo. जोटा टिके risk माने अधिका riskier asset thibo tar return भी अधिका thibo. So what we are taking? We are just considering relatively return जोटा हमें नौचंदी risk को लेकिन relatively return more ताको हमें कहउचंदी जे efficient. माने करंतु asset दीटा मु कहबी asset A asset B. Asset A रो standard deviation 1 giving return 20%. Asset B ro standard deviation 2 giving return 20%. Which asset is performing better? Just tell me which asset is performing better? Asset A and B दीटा मानकर स्टॉक अछंती A and B दीटा जाक स्टॉक भलो परफॉर्म करछंती. A रो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन बाय रिस्क होची 1, B रो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन होची 2. A is giving 20% return, B is also giving 20% return. Which asset is performing better?
A,
A,
asset
A.
A.
Are you getting my point? So those
Yes.
class of asset they can formulate the efficient frontier. On the basis of efficient frontier, we are going to create our capital market line where efficient portfolio can lie. Efficient portfolio means by taking the minimum amount of risk, how we can able to maximize our return. जेमिति आपण A B दीटा आपण A टा चूज कले मु B टा चूज कली तो कहार पोर्टफोलियो टा ऑप्टिमल हबो एफिशिएंट हबो आपण कर हबो ना मोटा हबो.
A,
Suppose
sir.
you are choosing asset A, I am
A.
choosing asset B.
Yes, sir.
बुझी परछंदे ना नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, thank you, sir.
So, ये जो efficient frontier तळु को जो गुडा कर रहिला से गुडा को having less risk with less return. ऊपर को जो माने रहिले riskier asset. Clear? So, on the basis of that, we are going to draw the capital market line, and capital market line determined from the capital market theory. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Coming to next one, what is the second one? What is the second one we are going to discuss? Everyone, are you
SML,
getting or not
SML,
getting?
SML, SML.
SML, security market line. So what is it? Let us understand first. It shows the relationship between expected return. Year लेखुची माने आपण माने टिके बुझी जिवे expected return. Please be acquainted with the abbreviations. किंतु एग्जाम रे हमें सेमिति abbreviation यूज करि परंती न करि परंती किंतु जो जहा लेखुची से abbreviation year I am writing here for expected return. And second one, relationship between expected return and systematic risk. Systematic risk denoted as CFA model काली हमें डिस्कस करछंती होना नहीं.
Yes, sir.
Capital asset pricing model कोन कहले जेतेबेले हमें number of assets if we are including, that means number of assets if included in the portfolio, the systematic, that means the unsystematic risk can be diversified and it tends to zero. जो गुडी को unsystematic risk थिबे जेतेबेले हमें number of assets, number of securities when we are adding in our basket of portfolio, automatically what will happen? Unsystematic risk tends to zero. When unsystematic tends to zero, there is only availability of systematic risk. होना नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
तो एठी सिक्योरिटी मार्केट लाइन कोन करछि? It shows the relationship between expected return and systematic risk. Systematic risk for all securities, whether it is efficient or inefficient. It is for all securities. Whether it is efficient or inefficient. गोटे सिक्यूरिटी एफिशिएंट हो किंबा इनएफिशिएंट हो समस्तक पई कोन होची systematic risk. That means it shows the relationship between expected return and systematic risk of all securities. माने करो एटी ए सिक्यूरिटी आमे जोडा नैथिली मो एग्जांपल जोडा देथिली, दिस इज बी सिक्यूरिटीज ए बी रो ए बीटा ए सिक्यूरिटी आमे कहले कोन इट इज परफॉर्मिंग वेल, इट इज एफिशिएंट, इट इज इनएफिशिएंट. ओके एटा जदी एफिशिएंट होउची याको आमे कोन करिबा ना जते बेले आमे कैपिटल मार्केट लाइन कहउथिले सेइतरे आमे एफिशिएंट पोर्टफोलियो कंस्ट्रक्ट करूथिले ऑन द by considering the efficient securities. Okay, that means those who are performing better with relatively less amount of risk. But here it shows the relationship between expected return as well as systematic risk of all securities. All security means security A, for security A and for security B, whether it is efficient or inefficient. So this security market line shows the relationship between expected rate of return and systematic risk for all security, whether it is efficient or inefficient. Clear? But CML consider only efficient assets in order to construct the efficient portfolio. Did you understand? These two are important. Which are? First one is expected return, second one is beta. Relationship कहाँ पर draw करिबा? Expected return and beta. Clear? ए सिक्यूरिटी मार्केट लाइन को नेकी आमे जोडा कहउछथि CAPM थ्योरी र एक्सपेक्टेड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर छन. सो हाउ टू कंप्यूट दिस एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न? How to compute the expected rate of return as per
RF.
this SML?
RF plus
This is, yes, beta into RM minus
RF.
It is exactly with CAPM. Okay, ये SML को नहीं किया मैं CAPM डेवलप कर चुकी. Clear? Did you understand? You know, ER stands for expected rate of return, RF stands for risk-free rate of return, beta stands for risk coefficient of individual assets. It is data assets जदि नोचंदी A and B, A रो beta केते, B रो beta केते, we will consider the market rate of return and risk-free rate of return. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then what are the key features? Key features of SML. Again, it applies to all securities. Applies to all securities, whether it is efficient or inefficient. Again, it consider only systematic risk. हाँ या नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Systematic risk. Systematic risk means beta. Please remember, total risk stands for total risk जेतुले हमें कहउचंती standard deviation. Clear? So it helps in pricing individual securities. It is helpful for pricing individual securities. Last class रे हमें किसी problem नहीं थिले. On the basis of CAPM model, जेतबेले हमें valuation करूथिले सेतबेले हमें जानि पारुथिले whether the stock is undervalued or overvalued. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So undervalued or overvalued means what? We are pricing the individual securities on the basis of return as well as risk. Okay, so that's why it shows whether stocks are overvalued or undervalued. On the basis of this, we are taking the decision. That means whether we are going to buy or whether we are going to sell. Isn't it? Last class we already discussed. देखिदिले ना नहीं? हाँ या नहीं?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It shows whether stocks are overvalued or undervalued. Overvaluation situation रे कौन करछंती, undervaluation रे कौन करछंती. Clear? So whether
Overvaluation रे ओभर वैल्यूएशन रे सेल करबा अंडर वैल्यूएशन ना सॉरी ओभर वैल्यूएशन कट करबा एंड अंडर रे सेल करबा
Okay, so on the basis of that, we are taking decision. So these are the key features of security market live. Clear? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
yes sir
Okay. So let us plot the graph of the SML security market live. Again, we will consider x-axis and y-axis. So in x-axis, what will take? Anyone, please? Will take risk? Yes or no?
बीटा
Beta.
Beta. Very good. Instead of standard deviation, we have to take beta. In y-axis,
ER
expected rate of return. Yes or no?
yes sir
So let's say this is my what I can say. I can consider two risk. This is my what? What is this? It is parallel to x-axis. What is this? Systematic risk. हाँ या नहीं?
yes sir
Yes, sir.
Systematic risk. So let's say here beta value is 1, means 1.0. Clear? Let's say here beta value is 2. 2 means 2.0. Let's say here 3, here 4, like this. And these are the expected rate of return. Here we can, let's say, take 10%, 20%, 30%, like that. Are you getting my point?
yes sir
For risk-free asset, okay, so what will be the return here? Risk-free asset means risk is 0. Which risk is 0? Systematic risk or unsystematic risk? Unsystematic
Unsystematic risk.
unsystematic risk is 0. हाँ या नहीं?
yes sir
Clear? So if I am buying this asset, automatically when beta value is 1, my return will be more. Okay. Beta value, when beta value is 0, what is my return? My return is 10%. That is risk-free asset. Beta value is 0. That means risk-free rate. Yes or no? It starts from here. Clear? Then 1, let's say my return, I am assuming this much of return, 15%. 2, let's say I am assuming 20%. Again 3, let's say I am assuming 30%. For 4, let's say I am assuming 40%, like this. When risk increases, side by side, return will also increase. Yes or no? It form one line. This line is known as security market line. Clear? Did you understand? Yes or no?
yes sir
Okay. So let us draw this one. When my beta value is 0, my return is this much. Let's say here my return is 15. Okay, that means 15%. When my beta value is 2, I can draw like this. Okay. When my beta value is 2, let's say my return is here we can consider, let's say 25%. Clear? And when beta value is 3, on the basis of that, if you join, you can able to get in the actual graph, you can able to get the exact measurement. Clear? So let's say it is 30, let's say we are considering 35. Okay, when it is 4, we'll plot like this. Yes or no? Let's say
yes
when it is 4, it is 40. Let's say 40. So what are you observing? Please remember, in the first case, when beta value is 0, it is 10. Only systematic risk. Unsystematic risk is 0. Clear? माने systematic risk रा जेतिके हमें return पाइबा कथा सेतिके ही पाइबा माने 10%. When beta value is 1, we are getting 15%. Here, you just see, this is our return. I'm just changing my pen color so that you can able to understand. Okay. So here, this much of return I am getting. How much return here I am getting? I am getting 15%. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 15% consists of for systematic risk. What is the return? 10. And for unsystematic risk, what is the return?
5%.
5%. So TR, total risk, is systematic risk plus unsystematic risk. Yes or no? So why I am saying so? That means here, in order to take more risk, मतलब systematic risk माने एटा तो it will remain constant. I cannot sense. Risk free asset ପାଇଁ ଯାହା ଆମେ ଯଦି ଆମେ କହିବା ଯୋଟା risk free asset माने less risk ଅଛି 10%. ଯଦି more risk ଆମେ ନଉଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ କଣ ପାଇବା? more return ପାଇବା 15%. ତେଣୁ କରି ଏଇ ଯୋଉ 15% ରୁ 10% ଏଇ ଯୋଉ portion ଟା ରହିଲା, what is that? That is premium. That is premium. What is my market rate of return? My market rate of here, my market rate of return is 15%. And my risk-free rate of return is 10%. How much extra I am getting? I am getting 15%. If to my return, my premium will be more. Where risk will be more, my premium will be more. हाँ या नहीं? जदि risk level टा एठी 2 रहिला, premium केते return मु पाउची? 25%. Yes or no? More risk-free return
Yes, sir.
केते?
Yes.
10. 25
Yes.
minus 10. How much I am getting here?
15.
Premium?
15.
15.
15.
So when it will be 3, my premium will increase or decrease?
Increase, na?
When beta will be 3, premium will increase accordingly. When beta will be 4,
Ah.
that means when the risk will increase, automatically the return will increase. In this way, we can able to construct a particular line which is known as security market line. Okay? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about capital market, security market line. Now, let's just tell me what is the difference between these two. Let's say in your exam you are getting one question like differentiate between capital market line and security market line. Okay, 5 marks question. Let's say difference between capital market line and security market line. What are the difference? What are the difference? Any difference is there? Yes or
Na,
no?
similar ta laguchi.
କିଛି ନାହିଁ
Similar ta
ସିମିଲାର ଲାଗୁଛି କେମିତି ସିମିଲାର ଲାଗିଲା ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ କନସେପ୍ଟ ଯଦି ଆମେ ବୁଝିବା
Sir, the risk considered is different.
risk
Here
is
the
different.
total
So
risk
many
is
things
considered
are so many things are different. Let us discuss. Okay. CML ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି it consider the efficient securities in order to construct the efficient portfolio. ହଁ ନା ନାହିଁ?
Yes.
But SML
Yes.
consider all securities, whether it is efficient or inefficient. It may be efficient or it may be inefficient. Both securities. Yes or no? Next, base is risk. How to measure the risk? Or which risk consider in order to construct the capital market line? Total risk. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? And total risk we are considering standard deviation. In case of security market line, what we are considering? Only systematic risk. It is known as beta. Clear? Yes or no?
अच्छा हाँ ठीक है ओके सर
ठीक है. Next, derived from. It is derived from portfolio theory. Markowitz portfolio theory. Clear? So it derived from portfolio theory, but it is derived from capital asset pricing model. Isn't it?
यस
Yes or no?
यस सर
Next one, purpose or objective. कहीं क्या मैं CML को consider करूँगी for selection of portfolio, optimal portfolio. Yes or no? Optimal portfolio selection. So here we can write portfolio selection. CML कहीं क्या मैं consider करूँगी in order to select the optimal portfolio. But ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏଠି ଆମେ SML consider କରୁଛନ୍ତି କ'ଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି? We are going for security valuation. Yes or no?
यस सर
Security valuation. ଗୋଟେ asset say ଗୋଟେ asset A, what is the expected rate of return? Asset B, what is the expected rate of return? Because each and every asset is having individual risk. That individual risk is known as systematic risk, which is considered as beta. Clear?
यस सर
Okay. ତାପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗ୍ରାଫ ନଉଛନ୍ତି, when we are constructing or representing this in graph, what are the components we are considering? Risk versus return. Yes or no? এটা রিস্কটা কোন ନଉଛନ୍ତି? Standard deviation. କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଠି ଯୋଉ ଯେତେବେଳେ ନଉଛନ୍ତି SML ରେ କୋଣ ନଉଛନ୍ତି?
बीटा बीटा बीटा
ସେଇ risk versus return. But riskଟା କୋଣ ନଉଛନ୍ତି? Beta.
बीटा
Isn't it?
यस
ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ନା ନାହିଁ?
यस सर
ସବୁ ସିମିଲାର ଲାଗୁଥିଲା, ଏତେ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ବାହାରିଲାଣି? ହେଇପାରିବ ନା ନାହିଁ?
सर टिके रोल सर टिके ର ସ୍କ୍ରିନଶଟ ନେଇଯାଏ
ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ଜାଣିପାରିଲେ ନା ନାହିଁ ଏଭ୍ରିୱାନ୍?
ହଁ ସାର୍
ଆପଣ ତ ଖାଲି ହଁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any query, you can raise your query, please. ଏମିତି ଆପଣ ମାନେ ସବୁ ସାନ ପିଲା ନାହାନ୍ତି ବା ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପାଠ ପଢୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କିଏ ସପ୍ରେସ୍ କରିକି ରଖିବ ବା ଡରେଇକି ରଖେଇବ, ସେମିତି ତ ନାହିଁ ନା. So what we are doing? We are only sharing the information among all of us. We are doing nothing. I know something, you know something. So this way we can disseminate our information or knowledge. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
हो गया? चलो. जदि आपण इजी वे रे आपण देखंतु, जदि किए भी आपण जदि देखिले जे नाही CML, how to remember? CML, C, you know first letter, what is first letter? C. Easy way to remember. So CML is meant for complete portfolio. Complete means what? Total portfolio. Yes or no? हाँ ना नहीं.
Yes, sir.
किंतु SML ଯେତେବେଳେ ନଉଛନ୍ତି, S stands for single. Single means single security or
Security.
single asset. Clear? Single security ଯେତେବେଳେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କ'ଣ? It is applicable to all assets. ସବୁ all ଯେତେବେଳେ ନଉଛନ୍ତି, all asset ଭିତରେ କ'ଣ ରହୁଛି? ସବୁ ଗୁଡାକ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ single asset ରହୁଛନ୍ତି ନା ନାହିଁ? Whether it is efficient or inefficient. ଗୋଟେ ମନେ କରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣଙ୍କର 5 stocks are there, A, B, C, D, E. So SML is applicable to A, SML is applicable to B, C, then D, then E. Kintu CML re kon hoji, out of this 5 stock, let's say 3 stocks are performing better. or they are at efficient frontier in the market. Efficient frontier mane they are leading. Clear? So sei tinta panchata stock ame kon consider korchunti tinita stock only in order to construct our complete portfolio. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The complete portfolio को consider करछन्ती CML रे किंतु SML रे single security, that means all assets. Single security माने so जते asset थिबे individual asset को हमें त नहीं कि तार security market line draw करी पारिबा. जदि एटा CML कहिबे हमें जते performance is very good, so एठी कोन करछन्ती? Simply you can say this is the highway. Clear? हाईवे माने कौन? हाईवे रे ट्रैफिक थाए किछि? हाईवे रे बेसी किछि ट्रैफिक थाए कि?
No, sir.
No.
तेडु करी एथरे हमें कोन करंती? हमें हाईवे जतेबेले चूज करछंती वी आर चूजिंग द बेस्ट रूट, हो ना नहीं?
Yes, sir.
बेस्ट रूट जतेबेले चूज करछंती सेतेबेले किछि एफिशिएंट फैक्टर को हमें कंसीडर करी कि चूज करंती ना नहीं? आपण बरहमपुर आसिले आपण को भुवनेश्वर सिटी भीतर को पसिबार नहीं, आपण कोन करछंती? बाईपास जोड़ी नहीं कि सेटा एफिशिएंट रूट आपण चूज करछंती? यस आर नो?
Yes, sir.
जो CML जतेबेले कहउछंती कंप्लीट पोर्टफोलियो आमे देखुछंती जोटा एफिशिएंट परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स वी आर इंक्लूडिंग देयर. It is just like highway or it is the best route we are considering. But here SML जतेबेले आमे कहउछंती we have to follow traffic. That means various traffic rules. Various traffic rules means traffic rules is applicable to all vehicles. Yes or no? ना मो vehicle ପାଇଁ କେବଳ traffic rule applicable आपनको ପାଇଁ no. Is it so? Traffic rule applies to all vehicles. Yes or no?
Yes,
That's
sir.
why SML is applicable to all assets. Okay, this is applicable to all vehicles. Vehicles माने एटा में कहि परिबा all assets. Clear? This is the basic difference between capital market line and security market line. Okay? Did you understand? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay. So another theory we're going to discuss here. I'm just sharing my screen. Is it visible? Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Can you confirm what is written on the screen?
Welcome.
Very good. Now, tell me. I have already arbitrage pricing theory. So we are going to discuss about another model, which is what you can say, development of over CAPM. Okay. जेतेबेले हमर मार्कोई सेतेबेले डेवलप कले मॉडल से टोटल रिस्क को कंसीडर करि नले. तो जेतेबेले ये हमर विलियम एफसार पासिले बा अदर जो टू रिसर्चर व्हाट दे थॉट कि टोटल रिस्क इन द मार्केट कैन बी कंसीडर्ड एज टू रिस्क. तो टू रिस्क रु से माने कोन कले से टू रिस्क को हमें देखिले जे अनसिस्टमैटिक रिस्क को डाइवर्सिफाई करी कि सिस्टमैटिक रिस्क को कांस्टेंट रखी हम. So on the basis of that, they have derived CAPM model. So arbitrage pricing theory developed over CAPM model. गोटे मॉडल जेतेबेले डेवलप होउची गोटे मॉडल ऊपर आ गोटे मॉडल डेवलप हे सालिसी इन इन्वेस्टमेंट मैनेजमेंट. So arbitrage pricing theory is also another development over CAPM. So it is very similar to CAPM, but origin are significantly different. Clear? So this model was developed by the economist Stephen Ross. Okay, I hope you have already heard this name, Stephen Ross, one of the renowned economists. So this model was developed by him. So what he considered, there are four factors which explain the risk premium relationship of a particular security. आमे जो पर्टिकुलर सिक्यूरिटी आमे कहले बीटा गोटे फैक्टर बीटाटा होची कोन सिस्टमैटिक रिस्क यस और नो बुझुचंती ना नाही आर यू देयर और नॉट देयर
Yes.
आर यू देयर और नॉट देयर
Yes, sir.
okay very good so just a minute okay so it was developed by Stephen Ross in 1974 what he considered it considered four factors which explain risk premium relationship of a particular security particular security जो risk premium relationship कथा हमें कहउछंती in case of CAPM model how risk was measured risk was measured with the help of beta this beta indicates systematic risk हाँ या नहीं yes or no CAPM model जतबेला हमें डिस्कस करले beta is considered as the systematic risk and it will only consider the systematic risk एठी आर्बिट्रेज प्राइसिंग थ्योरी रे स्टीफेन रस कोन कहले ए जो सिस्टमैटिक रिस्क ता इन्फ्लुएंस होची हाउ दिस सिस्टमैटिक रिस्क मींस जोडा हमें कहउछती आपनकर कोन व्हिच इज एक्सटर्नल व्हिच कैन नॉट बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय एनी इंडिविजुअल और एनी सिंगल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो ए जो हमें कहउछती जो द रिस्क व्हिच इज ऑलरेडी प्रिवेल इन द मार्केट हाउ दिस रिस्क can arise. This risk can arise with the help of four factors. How many factors? Four factors. Clear? Tenukari, a theory ko otherwise arbitrage pricing theory, we can also consider call it as four factor theory. So many macro factors are there. So many external factors are there. But how many factors we are considering? We are considering only four factors to determine the risk premium relationship of a security. ये जो risk का influence होगी, risk is influenced with four factors. Clear? Did you understand? Yes or no? Are you there? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So expected rate of return on an investment is dependent upon how that investment react to a set of macroeconomic factors. Okay, so expected rate of return on an investment, in any investment, when we are going to determine the expected rate of return is dependent upon how that investment react to set of macroeconomic factors. Okay, so it is expected rate of return jetebele nouchanti it has the relationship with the macroeconomic factor. So because of this macroeconomic factor, there is the risk in the market, a risk in the system that is known as systematic risk. So these four macroeconomic factors, that means degree of reaction being measured by beta. A जो four macroeconomic factor, because of four macroeconomic factors, some risks are there. How to measure the degree of risk? This degree of risk can be measured with the help of beta. And the risk premium associated with each of these macroeconomic factor. Risk premium jetebele determine koruchanti, that risk premium is associated with each means the individual or the single macroeconomic factor. Clear? So according to this CAPM, this is the model. Yes or no? We have already discussed. Are you getting or not getting? Expected rate of return is equal to risk-free rate of return plus beta into RM minus RF. This RM minus RM, we have already discussed that this is the premium. Clear? This is premium. But according to APT, arbitrage pricing theory, the APM arbitrage pricing model is like this. Clear? What is it? Is it ER is equal to RF plus lambda 1 into beta 1 plus lambda 2 into beta 2 plus lambda 3 into beta 3 plus lambda 4 into beta 4. Are you getting or not getting? So what is it? Just see the denominations. So these factors, जो हमें कहते four factors may be any four out of this set of factors. ये जो set of factors are derived by various researchers. Okay, कहीं की risk हमारा beta रो value टा कहीं की change होगा because changes in GDP, changes in inflation rate, changes in interest rate, changes in industrial production, changes in level of personal consumption, and changes in level of money supply to the economy. So these are the set of factors. These are the set of factors. That's why the value of beta may be influenced. So these set of factors are identified by the researcher. But how many factors we are considering here? We are considering here only 4 factors. Out of these set of factors, by taking the 4 factors, he has developed this particular model. This model was developed by Stephen Ross. This model was developed by Stephen Ross. In order to determine the expected rate of return on any investment, what we'll consider? We'll consider risk-free rate of return. Again, we need to consider this lambda 1, beta 1, lambda 2, beta 2, lambda 3, beta 3, lambda 4, beta 4. Lambda 4, beta 4 सरी जाउची. आमे कहिबा काहे कि 5 हबो नाही कारण it is considering only 4 factors. It is considering only 4 factors. Clear? So सेति पई आमे 4 factor को ही consider करू छंती. तो एठी lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, lambda 4 कोन the risk premium for each of the 4 factor in the model. Lambda 1, it is the risk premium of factor 1. Lambda 2, risk premium of factor 2. Lambda 3, risk premium of factor 3. Lambda 4, risk premium of factor 4. Clear? Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 are the risk premium. And beta I, जोड़ा beta I1, I2, I3, I4 are measures the sensitivity of particular security to each of the 4 factor. जेतले beta I1 हमें कहउचंती, it is the risk sensitivity associated with the factor 1. Beta 2, beta I2 जो कहउचंती risk sensitivity index or risk sensitivity of the stock or asset associated with the factor 2. आपण कहिबे सर factor 1, 2, 3, 4 कोन ना, these are the factor 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the set of factors identified by the researcher. Out of this set of factors, we can consider any 4. Any 4. Clear? And he has clearly meant another, you can say, limitation or drawback of this model or theory is that Stephen Ross not given any what you can say compulsion to follow these 4 factors or those 4 factors like that. So many factors are there, macroeconomic factors are there. Out of so many factors, you can consider any 4. Okay, so that may be another limitation or drawback of this theory. Is it clear? Did you understand? Yes, sir. Okay, so this is just a development over CAPM model, and this is the APM arbitrage pricing model जोटा में कहउचंती ERJ माने expected rate of return on the particular investment is equal to RF risk rate of return. See, एटे हमें कोन नउचंती BJI means risk premium, RP हाँ BJI RP1 BJI then RP2 plus BJN plus RPN. Clear? तो एटे जते बेले हमें जो BJI बा BJK नउचंती सेटा को हमें कहउचंती sensitivity of the asset to factor to various factor. जदि 4टा factor नउचंती 4टा factor हमें ही नबा 1 2 3 4. Clear? So this is how this arbitrage pricing model has been developed by Stephen Ross. And these are the notations. Here the risky assets, expected return, RPN, risk premium of the factors, RF, risk rate, BJN, sensitivity of the asset to factor, and like beta. In the beta ta ko kahi kya banauchundi? Risk sensitivity index. Clear? So this is the meaning of arbitrage I have cited, because this theory is derived from the word arbitrage. So here arbitrage is the buzzword. Arbitrage pricing theory, arbitrage pricing model. So what is arbitrage? It is the practice of taking advantage of a state of imbalance between two or more markets and thereby making risk-free profits. Two or more market रे हमें देखा imbalance. मान करो market A और market B. Market A रे risk is more, return is less. Market B रे risk is less, return is more. So what will we do? We need to withdraw from market, first market, and invest in the second market. Otherwise, you can say, let's say one security is available at a lower price in one market, and other security is available at a higher price in the other market. So from higher price, what we are doing? Lower price we are buying, we are trading in the high price market. As a result, what we are getting? We are making some risk-free rate. Simple example जदि हमें कहिबा किछि दिन तळे आपण ମାନେ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ ବା ଜାଣିଥିବେ ଗଞ୍ଜାମରେ କରିଥିଲେ ତୋଳିଲେ ନାହିଁ ତାକୁ ରାସ୍ତାରେ ଫୋପାଡ଼ି ଦେଲେ ଆପଣ କଟକ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ 40 rupees ରେ ବିକ୍ରି କରନ୍ତୁ ତ ସେଠି ଏଠି ଆପଣ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି without taking more risk you are getting some risk-free profit. Is it clear? That also happens to the financial market. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about our discussion. If you have any query or concern, please proceed. Otherwise, we are going to wind up the session for today. Any query from your side? No? Are you all there or not there?
Yes, sir. Sir, पूर्व slide टा टिके देखिए.
पूर्व slide देखो.
Equation रो full form गुड़ा सब.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. टिके.
I'll share this one with you. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
First should have discussed करथिले basics and this one. Everything. What are the materials available with me? I will share with you.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So let us wind up the session for today. Thank you everyone for joining with me. Have a good day. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me put this. What? Let me share the PPT. Is the PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the previous class, we were discussing regarding the SEBI guidelines. Uh, so those are the original rules which are framed by the SEBI guidelines. After that, there are certain new SEBI guidelines, particularly determined for the mutual funds. And the SEBI has brought in sweeping changes for the mutual fund industry. Few basic what are special rules. Let us discuss these few special rules. That is for the new fund offers. New fund offers, that means whenever a fund will be first time issued in the public. Okay, that is regarding in the primary market. So the new fund offer will open for 15 days only, except the ELSS. So ELSS तीन में जो funds होते हैं, they will continue to be stay open for 90 days. So what is the objective behind that? Here you see it will save the investors from a prolonged period and being addressed by the advisors and the advertisements. Why? Because the period till which this offer will be open, the advertisements, frequent advertisements will be there, and the advisors they will regularly contact to the investors so that the investors will be disturbed. And the main motivation behind this rule is very simple. That is, investors can invest at any time without waiting for a long period. What happened? The PPT is not visible. Is the PPT
No, sir.
visible?
No, sir.
No, sir. No.
Okay, okay. Perhaps subtle problem.
Now it's better.
Okay, okay. So the NFOs can only be invested at the close of the NFO period. That means whatever the closing period has been allowed, that means the period, limited period, after the close of the NFO period, this NFO can only be invested. But previously what was happening, mutual funds would keep on NFO open for 30 days, and the minute they receive their first check, the money would be directly invested in the market. So by that, they are creating a skewed accounting for those who enter later, since they get a fixed NFO price. That means the price was not discovered as per the book building method in the NFO earlier. In the earlier, whatever that is fast come fast serve basis, as like fast come fast serve basis. So whoever given the fast check, they have allowed number of units as they like. But as a result, what will happen? Those who have applied a latter, they are not able to get the requisite amount of the units. But due to this introduction of NFO, that is new rules, according to that, what will be there will be a complete bidding process. By that, the price will be discovered, and whoever given the highest prices, accordingly, they will be issued the units. And another rule is that dividends can now only be paid out of actually realized gains. Previously, what was happened? Uh, Suppose the mutual funds they have made a loss, and they were not would swing it to the people. As a result, what happened? What is happening? Okay. Uh, so ये जो dividends can now only be paid out of the actually realized gains. So इसका impact क्या आ रहा है? It will reduce both the quantum of the dividend announced and the measures used by the mutual funds to gather investors' money using dividends as an incentive to attract the investors. That means what they were not giving the same amount of dividend to each type of investors. That means they are making them group, and whoever earlier members they are getting less, and whoever the newcomers they were getting some more dividends so that they will be more interested, and this was what an incentive to attract the new investors. But now what is happened? Dividends can now only be paid out of the actually realized gain. तो म्यूचुअल फंड्स जितना गेन करेंगे उसमें से डिविडेंड दिया जाएगा, एंड दैट डिविडेंड शैल बी आल्सो इक्वल फॉर ऑल द यूनिट्स. तो इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि दोज हु आर द अर्लियर इन्वेस्टर्स दे आर नॉट लूजिंग एनी डिविडेंड, and the whoever also new investors they are also getting at par with the old investors. So equity mutual funds, they have been asked to play a more active role in the corporate governance of the companies they invest in. That means the mutual fund companies, those who are investing in the companies, as that means sufficiently or sufficient funds are invested by them. That is why they should also interfere, or they should also actively participate in the corporate governance of the companies where they are investing. And this will finally help the mutual funds become more active, and not just that they are only showing. And this also they are supposed to what reflect in their annual reports from the next year what they did in the each vote. That means whenever they are participating in the management of the company in which they are investing, how they have participated in the management. And SEBI also has now made it mandatory for the funds to disclose whether they voted for or against the moves. Moves means whatever the decisions taken by the company, or whatever the proposals suggested by the companies in which they have invested, like your mergers, demergers, corporate governance issues, appointment and removal of a directors, everything. These mutual funds have to disclose it on their website as well as in their annual reports. That means these are the proposals, and we have voted for or against that. Okay. So equity funds were allowed to charge 1% more as management fee if the funds were no load. But as the SEBI has banned the entry loads, that means this extra 1% has been also removed. Okay, and SEBI has also asked the mutual funds to reflect or to show all commissions which are paid to their sponsors or associate companies, employees, and their relatives. Whenever the mutual funds earlier, what was happening? The mutual funds, they were paying huge amount as commissions to their sponsors or associate companies or employees and relatives, which are not reflected. But now SEBI has also made it mandatory for them, the mutual funds companies, to reveal all the commissions which are paid to their relatives, sponsors, associate companies, employees, and all. And regarding the fund of the fund, that means whenever they are depositing, what they are making investment in some other funds. For example, you have invested in a mutual fund, and that mutual fund company also invested the amount in another mutual fund. That is a fund of fund. Here, the market regulator has stated that information document that asset management company have been entering into revenue sharing arrangements with offshore funds in respect of the investment made on behalf of the fund schemes with conflict of interest. Here, what is happening? You have suppose invested in one mutual fund, and that mutual fund company has invested this fund in another fund. It may be offshore, it may be within the India. Offshore means a foreign country. So what will happen here? इसमें क्या होता है कि as your objective is to maximize your return from this mutual fund. But whenever this mutual fund invested the fund in another, so according to that mutual fund company, their objectives are different from the mutual fund company in which you have invested. That is why there is a conflict of interest. Why? Almost all mutual fund companies, they have not the same objective. Some they have their objective of maximizing the profits and maximizing the capital. But in some other type of a fund, they have particularly they are specialty funds. That means they are investing the funds in some dedicated companies or some particular companies. In that case, there will be conflict of interest. There will be conflict of interest of the investors. That is why asset management companies, they shall not enter into any revenue sharing arrangement. That means these asset management companies, they cannot enter into any revenue sharing arrangement with the underlying funds in any manner and shall not receive any revenue by whatever transfer the underlying funds. That means regarding this fund, which has been invested by the investors in the mutual fund, they cannot take part in the transformation of this fund. They will only give protection to the fund which has been invested in the mutual fund, but they will not share this fund with any other company. And these guidelines, they said by the SEBI, will lead to greater transparency for the common investors. And SEBI formulate policies and regulates the mutual fund to protect the interest of the investors. And with these guidelines falling in place, it would create better trust and transparency and investable environment that would attract investors with a great faith and confidence. So as a result, the mutual fund investors, they gain more faith on the mutual fund companies. Now we'll discuss in detail regarding the Unit Trust of India, as it is the first mutual fund company. Regarding the establishment, this UTI or Unit Trust of India was established by the Government of India on 1st February 1964. under the UTI Act 1963. And the bill was introduced by the then Finance Minister, Sri T.P. Krishnamacharya. And regarding the structure of the UTI, the initial capital of UTI was 5 crores, which was contributed by the RBI. RBI, SBI, then Life Insurance Corporation, that is LIC, and scheduled banks and foreign banks. And the management was entrusted to an independent board of trustees appointed by the government. It was regarding the structure of the UTI. So, what was the basic objective when this UTI started its function? What was its basic objective? The basic objective of the UTI is to offer both small and large investors the means of acquiring shares in the widening prosperity resulting from the steady industrial growth of the country. The main objective is to help the industrial growth of the country, and at the same time, it provides a platform to all the investors, including the small investors, the means of acquiring shares. Uh, Apart from this, there are two primary objectives. First, to promote and pull the small savings from the lower and middle income people who cannot have direct access to the stock exchange. And the second, to allow them to share the benefits and the fruits of the prosperity resulting from the rapid industrialization in the India. As at that time there was a rapid industrialization in India. So whoever invested in the or who were in the parts of the industrial development, they were getting a very good result. That is why it is also another. It was also another objective of this mutual, that is the UTI, to allow them to share the benefits and the fruits of the prosperity. Okay. Now we'll discuss regarding the functions of the UTI. At that time, UTI played many important functions. One of them is to encourage the savings among lower and middle class people uh, by giving guarantee of maximum return. The individual investors, or that is lower and middle class people who were not interested to make investments, UTI encourage them to convert their savings into investment. Second thing, to sell the units to investors in different parts of the country. Uh, it was also another function. They were selling the units to the investors uh, uh, across the country, and to convert the small savings into industrial finance. What they are doing, whatever the total funds collected from these small investors, that amount was invested particularly for the different industry, so that it was used to finance the industry. Another function was to allow them to share the benefits of industrialization in the country. So whenever there is industrialization, that means there is a growth, industrialization growth. That means that there is economic development, and these these small investors, they were also sharing the benefits of industrialization or rapid industrialization in the country, and to provide liquidity to the unit. At the same time, is the screen visible or not?
No, sir.
Okay. Now it is visible.
Okay, now it is.
Okay. And the last function is was to provide liquidity to the units. That means they were also giving a facility that the investors they can sell their units at any time to the company at the NAV, which was declared every week. Now we'll discuss a little bit regarding the recent development and investment policies of UTI. Uh, so UTI Mutual Fund, it was managed by the UTI Asset Management Company Private Limited, and that was established on January 14, 2003. It was appointed by the UTI Trust Company Private Limited for managing the scheme of the UTI mutual funds, and the schemes transferred or migrated from the UTI mutual fund, and it has came into existence with effect from 1st February 2003. So the UTI Asset Management Company presently manages the corpus fund over 34,500 crores, and it has a track record of managing a variety of schemes catering to the needs of every class of citizens. And it has also nationwide network consisting 70 UTI financial centers and UTI international offices in London, Dubai, Bahrain, etc. And I think that this PPT is complete, but the time is there. That is why I will discuss something else, but PPT will not be possible to be presented today. In the next class, I will show the PPT.
Okay, sir.
Then we'll discuss a new concept, that is factoring. What that is factoring? So what is factoring? Actually, factoring is an arrangement between an agency. This agency is called as a factor and a business concern. Okay, so factoring is an arrangement between an agency. That agency is called a factor and a business concern. So what type of arrangement is this? This arrangement is a financial service which is provided by an institution uh, to another business. For example, you see, the factor undertakes the task of realizing the debts, bills receivable on behalf of its customers and makes payment to its clients, creditor. For this service, the factors they receive the commission. Now you are able to understand what is this actually factoring. The factoring actually is a service. It is a service of what realizing the debts and the bills receivables on behalf of its customers and make payments to its clients. And for this service particularly, these factors they are receiving commission. And this entire process is called your factoring, right? This entire process is called your factoring. And these factoring services actually these are originated in USA and UK. The specialized financial institutions were established at that time to do these financial services, and it helps the firms to meet their working capital requirements by selling their receivables. You know that the entire amount entire capital requirement of the organization can be broadly categorized under two categories. One is your fixed capital requirement, and another is your working capital requirement. So fixed capital requirements means what? Whenever the company started its operation, For that purpose, it needs infrastructure. Say, for example, plants, machinery, land, building, all these, in which huge fund has been invested. So at that time, whatever the funds were arranged by the company for all these, that is your fixed capital requirement. But after this, after acquiring all these fixed assets, then the company will start its operation. And for its operation, actually day-to-day operation, it will require some more amount of a capital. And this capital, which is required for the day-to-day operation of the organization, it is called your working capital. ये जो working capital requirement होता है, for that purpose, actually how the companies they will continue, because most of the companies they have arranged their fixed capital, but they are not able to manage their working capital. As a result, they are supposed to close down their organization. That is why, in order to help the firm to meet their working capital requirements, this concept of factoring has been evolved. By this, what will happen? Whatever the book debts you have, whatever the bills receivables you have, you can sell these book debts, or you can sell these bills receivables to these firms particularly. As these firms, they are providing financial service. To these firms, you can sell your book debts and bills receivables. By that, what they are doing, they are making the collections from the debtors and realizing the bills receivables, and they are paying it to you. Even sometimes they are also advancing money to you, so that to meet your working capital requirement. This is the entire process is called your factoring. Now you able to understand what is factoring exactly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If we need to know the definition of a factoring, two eminent authors, they have given the definition of factoring. One is M. Dispose, Peter M. Dispose. This Peter M. Dispose
So
defined the
your
factoring.
slides are not visible.
No. I told na, actually those slides are already completed. Unit 3 का complete हो गया सारा slides. अब यूनिट 4 का मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ, ठीक है? तो यूनिट
Okay,
4
sir.
का जो पीपीटी नहीं बना है अभी तक, so that I am sharing the next class. Okay, and now I am discussing from the 4th unit actually. This is not in the 3rd unit. So this Peter M. Dispose, he has defined the definition of factoring as a continuing legal relationship between a financial institution, that is the factor, and a business concern, that is the client. Selling goods or providing services to trade customers, whereby the factor purchases the client's book debts either with or without recourse to the client, and in relation thereto controls the credit extended to customers and administers the sales ledger. That means here you see not only the factors, they are collecting the book debts. Apart from that, they are doing some other functions like they are providing the client service, they are maintaining the credit ledgers, and they are also making outstanding statements, and they are making the sales ledger, and they are also helping the client to maintain all the accounts relating to the customers. As a result, what the customers, they are much benefited. Apart from their collections from the debtors, they are also getting many services regarding the sales maintenance of the sales ledger, customers records, and customers outstanding statements. All these they are preparing. Okay. Another definition, which was a report submitted to the RBI by Mr. C.S. Kalyan Sundaram. That Mr. C.S. Kalyan Sundaram, he has also given a definition on factoring. That is a continuing arrangement under which a financing institution assumes the credit and a collection function for its client. Purchase receivables as they arise with or without recourse for credit losses, the customer's financial inability to pay, and maintains the sales ledger attends to other bookkeeping duties relating to such accounts and performs their auxiliary functions. Here in this definition, he has added that performs other auxiliary functions. Other auxiliary functions means other functions which are ancillary to this. Collection of a data के लिए जितना functions जरूरी होता है सारा functions they are doing apart from bookkeeping duties. Okay, so these are the main two definitions which I have cited. In the next class, I will show you the PPT, so don't worry about that. Let us understand, as we have already defined the term factor. So now we can understand or discuss the characteristics of a factor. So from these two definitions, we are very clear that factoring is an arrangement between financial institution and a business company. The financial institution is called factor and the business company is your client. Okay, and it is an activity of selling the firm's receivables to a factoring organization. That means here what is happening? The firm is selling its book debts and receivables to another organization, which is called factoring organization. And these book debts which are assigned in favor of a factor, that means what customers, so whenever you are selling to the customers and the customers are taking on credit, then intimation will be provided to the customers that there is no need to make the payment to the company directly, rather another company, that is the factoring firm, will collect the debt. And factoring is not a negotiable instrument. Like your negotiable instrument, bills of exchange, promissory notes, this factoring is not a negotiable instrument. Here, factor acts as a collection agent or representative of a firm. That means this factoring firm is acting as the representative or as your agent of the particular firm which sell to the customers. You take the example. Suppose one industrialist, he will concentrate only on the production and the sales, and whatever the sales are made, he will just transfer it to the another firm which is called a factor, and the factor will take all the charges of maintaining the sales register, maintaining the outstanding statements, and collect from the debtors and collect from the debtors. But for this function, the factors, they are charging a commission or they get discount on the book debts. That means either they are charging the commission or whatever the book debts they are taking over, they are discounting them. That means they are deducting 5% or 10% or 20% discount from that, and they are making the payment to the client. So that the client is also excused from the burden of a collection of data. And these factors, they can get particularly this margin from the ranging from 5% to 20%. So इनका जो commission होता है और जो discount that they are giving upon the book debts, that is what vary from 5% to 20%. Is that clear? समझ में आ रहा है जितना सारा characteristics हमने discussion किए हैं factoring का? Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you see, the normal period of a factoring is limited to certain period, that is 90 to 150 days. 3 महीना से 5 महीने तक, and rarely exceed 5 months. 150 days से rarely exceed करता है, but generally it is within 90 to 150 days. And the factoring is not possible in case of a bad debts. अगर कहीं पर bad debts हो जाता है, that means without considering the credit worthiness of the customer, if the client has given credit to certain persons, then there will be bad debts, and the factoring is not possible there. And a credit rating is not mandatory. Credit rating क्या होता है पता है आपको?
No, sir.
Anybody know what is credit rating?
Sir, please explain.
Actually, you see nowadays what is happening in the corporate jungle. What is happening? A number of companies, they are increasing. Number of companies, they are increasing. And that is why, while giving the credit to these companies or while dealing with these companies, first of all, we should know what is their strength. That means whether they are able to sustain in the market or whether these are dependable companies. That is why there is a credit rating is a process. तो ये जो क्रेडिट रेटिंग प्रोसेस होता है फॉर दिस देयर व्हाट certain expert companies are there. They are analyzing all the reports and all the everything of these companies, and they are giving the rating. And these ratings are also subject to changes. Every year they are monitoring whether these companies are performing same or performing less. Accordingly, their ratings will be increasing or decreasing. तो बाय दैट क्रेडिट रेटिंग होने से क्या होता है, हमें एडिशनल सपोर्ट मिल जाता है कि पहले हम जान चुके हैं कि दिस कंपनीज आर गुड कंपनीज. ओके. एंड जैसे कि आप किसी को सपोज समवन विल कम टू यू एंड आस्क दैट यू पे मी 1 lakh रुपीज. If you don't know whether that person is able to give you 1 lakh rupees or return you 1 lakh rupees, then you cannot give him. That is why you should first you should try to understand who is that person, what are who are the relatives of that person, and how much
CIBIL.
wealth has
It
this
is
person.
CIBIL. Sir,
Yes,
CIBIL. It is CIBIL. It is CIBIL.
no, not exactly civil. Civil is a different aspect.
CIBIL for individual. CIBIL for individual, but
हाँ
for
हाँ हाँ, yes, like civil for individuals, ये हो जाता है आपका जैसे क्रेडिट रेटिंग होता है फॉर द कंपनी, राइट. एंड
yes,
ये प्रोसेस
CRISIL,
होता है ये
CARE,
क्रेडिट.
all these CARE rating,
yes,
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 CARE
yes,
and
yes,
CRISIL.
yes, yes,
हाँ.
yes.
In that, but CIBIL से ज्यादा है ये क्रेडिट रेटिंग प्रोसेस जो होता है, इट विल बी व्हाट अ stringent process. And by that, what the companies, they are not only giving the ratings, they are also reviewing the ratings whatever they have given. As a result, what is happening, if the company performs bad in the market, then also they are reducing the rating. जैसे कि हमारा भी सिविल में भी स्कोरिंग कम हो जाता है, राइट. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है, whenever this factoring is there, they are not considering this rating. अगर आप रेटिंग कंसिडर करते हो तो करते हो, ठीक है. Without also considering the rating, if you have given credit, they are also taking it. But this is what factoring can be with or without recourse to the sellers on non-payment of the buyer. इसका मतलब क्या होता है, अगर बायर जो होता है, बायर अगर पेमेंट करता है तो ठीक, अगर पेमेंट नहीं करता है तो पेमेंट के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, जनरली वी आर टेकिंग सर्टेन लीगल एक्शन. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है, जो फैक्टर एंड द कंपनी और फैक्टर एंड द क्लाइंट, उनके बीच जो एग्रीमेंट होता है वहां पर मेंशन होता है वेदर इट इज विथ और विदाउट रिकोर्स. तो विदाउट रिकोर्स का मतलब दैट फैक्टर कैनॉट गो फॉर द लीगल legal action against the party for the collection. But with recourse means that party can that means the factor can take legal action and make the legal expenditure for the recovery of the debt. Okay. And particularly it is a method of off balance sheet financing. Off balance sheet financing का मतलब जैसे कि बैलेंस शीट में ये रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं होता है. फाइनेंसिंग कंपनी जब फाइनेंसिंग करता है तो ये रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाता है ना उनका बैलेंस शीट में. बट यहाँ पर क्या होता है, ये भी फाइनेंसिंग करते हैं. कैसे फाइनेंसिंग करते हैं, सपोज आपका बुक डेप्ट बहुत ज्यादा है, so they are what taking the charge of collection of a book debt, and that means they are just taking the book debt, and for that they are making the payment by deducting certain discounts. तो यहाँ पर कंपनी को क्या फाइनेंस मिल गया, बट ये फाइनेंसिंग रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं होता है आपका बैलेंस शीट में. इसीलिए इट इज अ मेथड ऑफ बैलेंस शीट फाइनेंसिंग. एंड द कॉस्ट ऑफ फैक्टरिंग इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू फाइनेंस कॉस्ट प्लस ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट. तो इसमें जनरली क्या होता है, ये जो कॉस्ट ऑफ फैक्टरिंग होता है, इट इज इक्वल टू द फाइनेंस कॉस्ट प्लस ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट. ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट का मतलब उनको जो ऑपरेशन के लिए जितना पैसा खर्चा होता है by keeping all the staff and maintaining all their expenditures, and apart from the finance cost. apart from the finance cost का मतलब ये जितना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, इनको जितना फंड देते हैं पहले, उसका भी कॉस्ट आता है, जैसे कि कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. तो यहाँ पर ये क्या होता है, उनका कॉस्ट ऑफ द कैपिटल एंड ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट, ये दोनों को मिलाकर जितना होता है, दैट शैल बी द cost of the factory, right? Now we'll understand regarding the modus operandi of a factoring. ये जो फैक्टरिंग होते हैं उनका मोडस ऑपरेंडी क्या है, इसका मतलब कैसे वो ऑपरेशन करते हैं. तो देयर आर थ्री पार्टीज टू अ डोमेस्टिक फैक्टरिंग अरेंजमेंट. ये जो डोमेस्टिक फैक्टरिंग होता है, ऑफशोर का बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ अभी. देयर आर थ्री पार्टीज पर्टिकुलरली इन ए डोमेस्टिक फैक्टरिंग अरेंजमेंट. यहाँ पर क्या होता है, एक तो होता है बिजनेस फर्म हु इज द सप्लायर सेलर ऑफ द गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. Another data who is a buyer of the goods and services provided by the firm, and a factor who is a financial institution or intermediary between the firm and the data who provides the factoring services. Now you understand who are the three parties, particularly in the domestic factoring arrangement. And the firm, here what is happening, the firm sells goods to the buyers or customers on credit, and he sends invoice to the customers directly, and also collect the payment directly from the customer. Generally होता है. लेकिन the firm may also arrange a factor to collect the receivable. यहाँ पर फर्म क्या कर सकता है, उसका जितना रिसीवेबल से या डेटा से वो कलेक्शन करने के लिए कोई अदर अरेंजमेंट भी कर सकता है. So various processes are involved when the firm entrusts the collection of activities to the factors. यहाँ पर जब एक फर्म अपॉइंट कर देता है एक आपका फैक्टर को, तो वहां पर जो प्रोसेस होता है इट विल बी लिटिल बिट चेंज. एक डायग्राम बताऊंगा नेक्स्ट क्लास में, आपको एक डायग्राम दे दूंगा, वो डायग्राम से बेटर आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग आ जाएगा हाउ द फार्म एक्चुअली what the farm directly sells to the customers, and invoices are sent to the customers, and these invoices are also sent to the factor, that is the financial institution who is working as a factor. And now these factors, they are taking the charge of the collection of debtors or receivable from the customers, so that they are continuously monitoring the entire process of the collection, and what monthly or bi-monthly they are, whatever the amount they are collecting from the debtors, they are also making the payments to the their client, and in return particularly they are taking a commission. So again ये प्रोसेस को आपको समझा रहा हूँ. A firm gets an order of a purchase of goods or services on credit to its customer, and the firm sells goods or services and the invoices to his customer, and the firm may inform or direct the invoice is said what is assigned to and must be paid to the factor, and the firm sends invoice to the factor along with other valid proof of a dispatch. The factor provides prepayment to the client, and it can be up to 80 to 90% of the invoice value. That means once the firm or the client sold the goods or provided the services, that means it will become its receivables, bills receivables, or sundry debtors. So whatever the sundry debtors or bills receivable, they can also transfer it immediately to the factor, and the factor also can finance it directly immediately 80 to 90% of the invoice value. So जितना invoices किया है, that is the firm made the invoices of how much amount, ये उसका 80 to 90% तक immediately finance कर देते हैं. And the factors they follow up with the customers for realization of the payment. इसका मतलब पेमेंट के लिए फॉलो अप करने से पहले भी ये 80 to 90% दे देते हैं. तो ताकि इससे क्या होता है कि जो क्लाइंट होता है, क्लाइंट के पास सफिशिएंट फंड होता है टू मैनेज इट्स वर्किंग कैपिटल, एंड उसके बाद the factors they follow up the customers for realization of the payment due, and they collect the money from the debtors. And factors make a balance payment of the invoice value to the client, and after that they will settle their account. So the invoices are presented, the factors maintains the sales ledger for the client, and the statements of accounts are sent to the customers on a monthly basis. And the factors they takes over the collection of the book debts, and the reminders are also sent when invoices are overdue. And the clients get information about all the factoring transactions through monthly and weekly reports provided for the factors. That means इसमें क्या होता है ये जो clients होते हैं, these clients they are also getting the information about all the factoring transaction. Factors जितना transaction करते हैं customers के साथ through their monthly and weekly reports, they are providing all these to the clients, so that the clients will also have a thorough knowledge regarding the collection position. So now you people little bit get the idea regarding what is the factor, who is the client, and what will happen to the Sunday debtors or bills receivables made by the client. Let us understand what are different types of a factoring. Factoring में क्या क्या varieties होते हैं. तो factoring में बहुत सारा varieties का होता है. तो पहला वाला होता है domestic factoring. Next one is your export factoring. Another is your full servicing factoring. Another is maturity factoring. Another is the advance factoring. Another agency discounting, and another is your bank participation factoring. So these are the particularly 7 varieties of a factoring. Okay, these are the different types of factoring. Again, I am just repeating them. One is the domestic factoring. Next one is your export factoring. Another is the full servicing factoring. Next is your maturity factoring. Another is the advanced factoring. Another is the agency discounting, and another is your bank participation factoring. These are the different varieties of a factoring. So let us understand what are these varieties. The first one is your domestic factoring, as I told you. The domestic factoring is the transaction of sales relating to the domestic, which is categorized into 3 terms, such as disclosed factoring, undisclosed factoring, invoice disclosure. Okay, ये domestic factoring क्या होता है? This can be also of 3 types. ये जो 3 forms का होता है, क्या क्या होता है? पहला होता है disclosed factoring, second was undisclosed factoring, and the last one is your invoice disclosure. तो ये disclosed factoring क्या होता है? Disclosed factoring.
What is the third one, sir?
That is invoice discounting. Invoice discounting. Okay. ये disclosed factoring क्या होता है? The factoring agreement is disclosed to the firm's customer. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? जब कंपनी के साथ कोई फैक्टरिंग के लिए किसी फर्म के साथ एग्रीमेंट होता है, तो इट इज ऑल्सो मेंशन टू द कस्टमर. इसका मतलब कस्टमर को पहले पता होता है कि अनदर फर्म इज व्हाट एंगेज एज फैक्टर फॉर दिस कंपनी. Here the customers will make the payment directly to the factor, and the arrangement for factoring may take in the form of either recourse factoring or non-recourse factoring. ये recourse के लिए भी हो सकता है, non-recourse के लिए भी हो सकता है, कोई problem नहीं. But the main thing is that here regarding the factoring agreement, it is known to the customer. That is why the customers they are directly making the payment to the factor, not to the company. Okay. So recourse factoring में क्या होता है? Generally, the factor purchases the receivable of the firm and collects the debt from the customer, and the firm is responsible to the factor when the customer fails to pay the amount on the match. तो जो recourse factoring में क्या होता है? The firm is responsible to the factor when the customer fails to pay the amount on the match. इसका मतलब अगर bad debt हो जाता है, अगर बैड डेट होता है, तो द फर्म इज रिस्पांसिबल टू द फैक्टर. द फैक्टर इज नॉट रिस्पांसिबल फॉर दैट. एंड नॉन रिकोर्स में क्या होता है? द फैक्टर अंडरटेक्स टू कलेक्ट द डेट फ्रॉम द कस्टमर्स इन केस ऑफ नॉन रिकोर्स फैक्टरिंग, एंड द फैक्टर में सेटल द अमाउंट टू इट्स क्लाइंट देन एंड दे आर और पे द बैलेंस अमाउंट एट द एंड ऑफ द क्रेडिट पीरियड. The advantage of a non-recourse factoring is that the firm may discontinue the service of a factoring. अगर इसका मतलब non-recourse फर्म होता है, तो यहाँ पर क्या हो सकता है? The factoring can be discontinued at any time. Now we'll discuss regarding the undisclosed factoring. तो undisclosed factoring में क्या होता है? कस्टमर्स को पता नहीं होता है who is the factor, who is the collection agent. The factor realizes money from the debtors in the name of the seller because the factoring arrangement is not informed to the customer. तो यहाँ पर जब ये फार्म जाते हैं कस्टमर से कलेक्शन के लिए, so they are telling that we are acting as the agent of this company or we are from this company from which you have taken the credit. And this method particularly it is popular in the UK. The undisclosed factory. That means here the customers they are not notified regarding the factory agreement. और invoice discounting क्या होता है? The factor provides finance to the discounting the bills, and the rate of discount is based on the market rate. इसका मतलब जो पहले सपोज आप बहुत कुछ लोगों को क्रेडिट में सेल कर दी और मानो आपके पास अभी व्हाट some 20 lakhs are there and you need immediate finance for your working capital. So यहाँ पर क्या हो सकता है? You can go to these financiers. That means they are discounting. They are discounting the invoices. Whatever the invoices you have made, you are supposed to hand over them the invoices, and they will what are discounted it. That means 10 or 15% कुछ रखेंगे. बाकी जो 85 या 90% हो रहा है, they will give to you, so that you will able to manage your working capital. एंड ये जो रेट ऑफ डिस्काउंट जो कि जनरली मार्केट का ट्रेंड के हिसाब से डिसाइड होता है व्हाट इज द रेट ऑफ द डिस्काउंट. एंड फाइनली व्हाटएवर व्हेनेवर द टाइम्स आर देयर फॉर द what invoice to make the payment, that means these institutions they are collecting the interest from the customer, right? So these are the various types of your domestic factoring. So domestic factoring complete हो गया or anywhere there is any doubt? Okay, as we have already reached the time, so let us wrap up the class today, and we'll discuss in the next class. And next class, I will show you the PPT. Whatever I discussed also today, in next class, we will recalculate that. That is why you people will also not face any problem. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
sir.
being in the class. Have a good day.
Good day, sir.
Thank you.